Hey, what's happening, everybody? So today is Thursday. If you're new to this channel, every Thursday I make these Q&A videos. You just drop your questions in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer as many questions as possible next Thursday. So let's get started on this. Woohoo! So as I pull up this segment, I want to tell you what I was up to today. Basically, I woke up feeling really refreshed. Got a great night's sleep. The weather has been just amazing here lately. It cooled off a little bit. It was 80 today. Where's my Q&A thing? There it is. And last night it was great. I figured out how to open up my windows and do that a different way. And basically I just hung out with Howie Roll, and he hooked me up with some hot dog burger things. We shaped hamburger meat into burgers. That's going to answer one of the questions in a little bit. And then I worked on ways to make money without having a boss. So I've been figuring out some different ways to make money, and I'm going to make a video about that very soon. Let's get started here. So Robert Phillips asks, he says, I have a question for next Q&A. Do you regret the tat of my ex on your chest? He's talking about my Misfits tattoo. That's hilarious, dude. I love that question. That is hilarious. No, man, not at all. Steve Greason asks, I've got a great cue for next time. Have you considered writing a book on self-motivation, or perhaps a magazine article on the same subject? You seem to have a really good grasp on self-motivation. You are a great spirit guide and inspiration to us non-haters and lovers of life. Peace and good vibes, friends. Thanks a lot, Steve. That means a lot to me, man. You're an awesome dude. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I think I've actually thought about that. I wanted to write stuff for my website, and I started another channel, but I haven't posted any videos up. That one was going to be all about the journey to becoming the best version of yourself, and self-improvement, and overcoming depression and anxiety and all of that. But I haven't gotten started on it yet. I've been focusing on this channel and making more money. Let me know, guys, if the autofocus is better this time. I've been messing with this camera, and I think I have a better setting now, but I can hear the camera moving and stuff. But I'm on a bit of a time delay today, so I'm only going to be able to do a couple takes of this to get it right. But let me know if the autofocus is better. I'm working on it, I promise. Pandemonium asks, great video. Thanks for sharing, and props to you for living in such a small space. Too funny, my legs fell asleep, right? LOL, my thought about downsizing to a van just to make it easier to park, but I just really like the space too much. I guess if I had a question for you, it would be, would you live in an RV instead of a van given the opportunity? Thanks again, and happy trails. Thanks, Panda. I don't think so. One, I love the van because I can park anywhere. It's easy to drive. It's really good on gas, but there's less to go wrong. For what I paid for this van, the RV that I would be able to get would be an old, beat-up one with a lot of miles and needs fixing. And there's just so many different systems that I know it would need work all the time. So I'm kind of grateful for the setup I have now because it's so simple. There's just like hardly anything to go wrong besides what would go wrong with a normal car. But I've already replaced half the things that can be replaced on the engine. So I'm good there for a while. So no, I dig the van. I like the van. It's just so convenient and simple. I think it's the simplicity that I like over the RV. Would it be nice to have a shower every day when I'm not in a place where I can get to a Planet Fitness, or spray off with the shower thing, that the weed sprayer that I have? Absolutely. Yeah, I would love to have that. Sometimes a bathroom too. I haven't been sick yet since I've been on the road, but I imagine when I get sick it would be really nice to have like a real toilet to go to. Because if I do get sick, I'm going to have like a puke bucket or something, and that's just, I'm not looking forward to that. So hopefully I don't get sick. But to answer the question, no, I like the van. I'd rather have a van than an RV. Also, the cost of gas and insurance is like, on this, has got to be way cheaper than any RV. Cave Redecorator. Cave Redecorator. That's really hard for me to say. Did you ever try stealth camping in a multiple story parking garage, maybe at a mall or hospital, someplace free or pay, especially during stormy weather when you can get a little protection from wind and loud rain, or maybe just to be up on the roof for a view? I've only parked at a parking garage overnight once, and that was at a hospital that the top, I could see from the road, the top like 3 floors of the parking garage were totally empty. So I didn't feel bad. Otherwise, I wouldn't park at a hospital because I don't want to take up space that someone needs to go visit their loved one or check into the hospital to get some kind of operation or something. I'd feel terrible about that. But it was actually really good weather. It was just a really crappy area. It was in, where was that? It wasn't Cleveland. It was somewhere in Ohio. What's the other big city in Ohio? Maybe it was Cleveland. Yeah, I think it was Cleveland. Yeah, it was. The area of town I pulled into was just super ghetto and didn't feel safe. But I had been driving all day and I was just totally exhausted, and I didn't want to drive anymore. I didn't feel safe. So I saw this hospital parking garage from the road. So I did sleep there once, but I haven't since. It's totally an option. I just haven't taken it up. And now that I have the bike on the roof, I can't fit into parking garages unless I take the bike down. So that's kind of, it limits me that way. And I'd really like to get that bike on the back now. The rack that it's on is wobbling around anyway. Every time I go around a corner, I can hear it creaking up there, and it drives me crazy. Let's see, what's the next one? M. Klein 7186 asks, looks like the van is starting to get a little packed. Are you still planning for 2 later in 2006? Yeah, it looks that way. It's just because I don't clean every day. Everything has a spot, but I'm just not a tidy. I keep my mind tidy, but my living area is not. I'm not good at cleaning all the time. And as soon as just a couple things are out of place in this van, it looks like it's just a disaster. But yes, she is absolutely coming, and hopefully, in the next 6 months or so, maybe even sooner. I hope so. We're trying to figure out how to fund that and get money. Harry Rudd 6 asks, do you meditate? Absolutely. I'm in a constant state of letting go. I'm constantly doing mini meditations. I did a formal meditation for 3 days straight, and I realized that all my beliefs were just beliefs. They were just ideas in my head, and none of it was real. And the only thing that was real is the present moment. And I had this huge letting go of everything, and it was the most incredible experience of my life. And since then, there hasn't been as much noise in my head. I realized at that moment that my entire life up to that point, there was just constant noise in my head. My head was constantly going into stories about imaginary scenarios and trying to figure things out and all this stuff. And since then, my mind I can only think about 2 things at a time, but I can easily let everything go and just be in the present moment. So all throughout the day, I just let go, and be in the present moment constantly. And that works out for me. I don't really do formal meditations anymore. I don't feel the need to. Once I experienced that serious, profound inner peace and bliss that one time, it just kind of stuck with me, and I haven't really felt like I needed to. It would probably improve my life if I did. But especially when sometimes I get so into things that I kind of stress myself out a little bit. Like this channel, for a while I was stressing myself out. But it's really easy for me to just let go and come back to it. So I hope that kind of answers that. I know that was kind of a roundabout way of saying yes, kind of, but that's that. Devario6 asks, what is the sprayer on the bed? He's talking about my weed sprayer. That thing is the most amazing $10 I've ever spent in my life. It's absolutely the best thing I've ever bought for my van. I just made a video where I talked about it. I'm not going to talk about it much more in here, but it is my weed sprayer. I talked about it in my haters video, and I forget what the exact title is, but it's popping up on the top right of the screen right now in the cards section. So check out that video because I talk about how incredible this thing is, because it is. I absolutely love it. Newbie18906 asks, do you ever listen to Mogwai? You seem like the kind of dude who would dig them. Their song titles don't seem to make any sense, but they still manage to make you go into a trance. That sounds far out, man. I've never heard of them. I will check them out. Thank you. Michael Perzon 6. Oh, that was 6 days ago. Michael Perzon says, hey, Jed, I have 2 questions for next week. One being, what is your diet right now? I heard that you were trying to go vegan, and I'm wondering if you have done that now and what you make for your meals. Okay, I'll answer that one first. I'm still transitioning to vegan. It's hard for me right now because I'm having a hard time figuring out what to eat, and there's just so much to learn, and I already have so much on my plate right now that I'm kind of putting that on hold, but I'm trying to only eat meat once a day instead of all 3 meals. So that's kind of what that is. As far as what I eat every day, right now, dude, it's It's like beans and rice and fruit mostly because I have like $0. No, I have like, I think I have $40 and 70 coming from Patreon, and that's it. So I am eating cheap to try to make this last, to make sure that I have enough money to eat and have gas. But I'm driving like very little. But yeah, I'm still kind of transitioning to the vegan thing. It's gonna take me a while. Last time I did it, I just like switched, and then my body freaked out. I think that I wasn't eating right with the vegan thing. So I'm still trying to learn that. But there's a lot to learn, and there's so many different places to hear information, and a lot of them contradict. So it's taken a lot of intellectual energy to get to the bottom of what a proper vegan diet would be for my body, because I know that everybody's body's a little different too, so that also makes things more confusing for me. But I'm still working on that. The second question is, I'm also interested in your bedding. If you could supply a link or something, that would be really appreciated. Good luck with the heat and job search, man. Thanks, dude. The sheets, I don't even know where I got these. They're just basic sheets. This blanket is just a synthetic down comforter that I got from Fred Meyer's like 5 years ago or something. I've had this forever. I love it though. And the guitar blanket, my mom bought this for me a long time ago. I don't even remember where we got it. We took a road trip somewhere and she bought it for me. But I have no idea where you would get something like this. But it's like colors on one side, which is really cool, and then opposite colors on the other side. I love this blanket. Thanks, Mom, if you're watching this. Yeah, so I really don't know. And then the pillow is just like a generic crappy pillow that is actually, it's not crappy. It's like perfect for the angle I sleep at, actually. It's a perfect pillow. It's not crappy at all. I don't know where I got that, though. So I'm sorry I can't give you more information, but I don't know where I got it, except for the blanket thing I got from Fred Meyer's. Amy Sparks ask, hey, what's up, Amy? Ask, for next Thursday, I want to know how much you miss choir so I can show Chris and Julianne. Chris was a member of the choir I was in at Portland Community College, and Julianne was the incredible instructor and inspirational, incredible woman that I miss a lot. I miss you too, Chris and Amy. You guys rock, man. I miss it a lot, dude. That was the best, yeah, that was one of the best times of my life, if not the best. I think it's kind of hard to say like living in a van is better than that, but they're kind of like on par. That was amazing, dude. I miss that a lot. I would love to go back there someday. It was just so fun, dude. The people were so cool. And facing my fears, it was like this huge fear of singing in public. It was an amazing experience. So I miss it a lot. And she also wants me to tell everybody that they need more people. So if you're in Portland and you go to Portland Community College, join the choir. They need you, and you'll have a blast. It's amazing. Nikki Myers asked, slow down, Jed. It says, did you consider work camping? You mentioned that you were heading out there anyway. I can't imagine that could last much longer without sleeping. The heat and humidity would definitely be a deal breaker for me. The heat and humidity have slowed down. I think that was just a 3-day thing. It has slowed down. And how we roll is getting a new roof fan, so I'm putting a full-size fan in this. It's a cheap one. It's not a fantastic fan, but it's a full-size one, so it'll pull way more air. And he's going to sell me his fantastic Breeze fan. It's the fan that goes inside of the Fantastic fans, but as a separate unit. So I'm going to be set for that, because at least I'll be moving air, and there will be air moving in here, so I'll be much better with the heat. Frank Dale actually asked the same question about work camping. So I have considered it, but all the ones I've looked at have been like a 1, 2, or 3 month long thing, and I don't want to be stuck somewhere that long. I don't want to feel like I'm stuck and other people rely on me to be in a place for that long. If I had it my way, I would move. I would spend like a week in a new place and then move, and then a week in a new place. That's like how long it takes me to be like, okay, man, like I'm itching my feet right now, but literally like itchy feet, like, dude, I gotta move on. I gotta see something new. I'm totally addicted to seeing new places all the time. I love it. It just makes me feel alive and energized. Sitting in one spot and doing the exact same thing every day, especially like work camping, like you're going to be out in the woods. Or the desert or swamp or whatever. I love being outdoors, but I don't like feeling like I'm stuck there. I guess if they had like really good Wi-Fi, and it paid really well, it would be cool. But otherwise, no, I'm not really interested in that. It's just, I don't want to be stuck. So that's it for today, guys. That's all the questions. I hope that autofocus was better. If it's not, I'm going to have to keep trying and fix it next time. I really did make an effort, though, so don't give me too much shit on that. But, yeah, love yourself. Woo!